and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Steve, here with another episode of Co-op Corner. This is the time where we sit down and talk through a bunch of cooperative news and games coming up. So welcome. This is our September 20th episode. So honestly, guys, there's a lot to talk about. There's so many games. I'm going to try to cram as much as I can in this one, so just bear with me. If you guys have questions, let me know. Also, I apologize for the delayed start. My internet went down just as I was doing final preps to go live. Got back up running though, so we're here. We're here. Welcome, everyone. See Morgan Knight and Brian here. Nice to see you guys. Okay. So, let's talk games. What is coming up? There's a lot of stuff coming up. I suspect some of these you probably have already looked into. So, because there's some big ones coming out. Let's dive into it. So, first one I want to talk about is called Storyburg. So this is a lighter adventure game. This seems like an awesome family game, honestly, in which you will be playing as kind of these off storybook characters. So like, there's like one character called Peter, obviously inspired by Peter Pan, and Alice, kind of like Alice in Wonderland, stuff like that. But you'll be going through a deck of cards, making choices, rolling dice, and then that will choose the path to go along the stories. This is also a deck builder where you have a market. You'll be buying cards, add them to your deck, and leveling up throughout the course of the game. This one looks pretty cool. It looks like I said, a really great family game. I haven't seen a whole lot of details on this one. There's a lot of videos out there, but I haven't dug into it. But definitely check this one out if you're into that type of stuff. So it looks pretty cool. Okay. A lot of games to keep going. Next one I want to mention, and this one probably doesn't need an introduction. That is Dragon Eclipse. So this is by Awakened Realms. This is basically Pokemon in a sense, but with a twist. So, very cool concept where you are taming wild creatures. You are evolving them, growing them, having them grow. This is going to be used through some deck building mechanics going on there, or deck construction, is probably to say. And then battling other ones to tame more of them, trying to collect them all type of situation. Unique thing about this one, though, it is kind of based off of the collectible card game system. I say that loosely. They're calling it a collectible adventure game because, let's see if we can find a picture of this. There are foil cards in him. Yeah, Awakened Realm, I've never heard of them, exactly. I'm pretty sure I haven't heard of this one. There are going to be packs of cards in that game that you're going to open up, and they're commons, rares, and like legendary cards in there. So there's like rarities in these packs, but it's not like every box of this you buy is going to have random cards in it. The cards are set, meaning that if I buy a box of this, it's going to have a set, the same cards that your box is going to have. There's no difference between our products. The only difference is when I open up these packs, they might have a different distribution of these common, uncommons, and rare cards in them. But it's supposed to kind of dive into that Pokemon trading card game feel without having that price tag associated with it, in the sense that you have to go buy a bunch of boosters. And this one is actually pretty reasonably priced. I did scroll past the cost up there. So 55 for a standy version and 119 for the miniature stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's not a trading card game. Just to let you know, it is not that. It's just packaged in a way to emulate that. So you will get, despite the fact having rares in the title, everyone gets the same cards. So you don't have to worry about that. So the card packs are essentially legacy envelopes. That is exactly right, Ryan. That's a good way of saying it. They're legacy envelopes. You open up. In fact, the game is resettable. You can actually put them back in envelopes. I'm not sure how that works if you would randomly distribute them. So next time you play, they come out in a different order. Because the cards you open in these packs will be added. All the cards you can actually draft into your deck as you play through that. So, seems cool. I love dragons. This one was probably one of the Awakened Realms games that really caught my attention the most. Don't get me wrong, I love Nemesis. Nemesis is really fun. They make a lot of cool products, but this one with the unique theme is very cool. Now, the one thing that I hesitate on this one is it looks great from a solo experience. From a cooperative experience, I haven't seen a playthrough of that, and I couldn't find a rule book. I saw some posts talking about the cooperative experience. It sounds like it works. Don't really have any concerns, but I wasn't like super confident in that. So, but looks cool. Definitely interested in this one. So that is Dragon Eclipse from Awakening Realms. Another one that's currently available right now is Vagrantsong has a new expansion. So this one is going to be called is Encore. So it's adding a lot more hints to the game and a bunch of new scenarios and levels for that one. So this seems like a pretty easy buy if you already have Vagrantsong and you love it and you want more of that. Pretty obvious choice here. I believe this is only expansions. I don't think this is standalone, so keep that in mind. Looks kind of cool. I haven't played a Vagrantsong though, but I know a lot of people have. I don't know if this has a ton of staying power because I do see people like play it, love it, and then move on. But if you got more scenarios, definitely bring it back to the table. That's for sure. Another one that is available is Dark Tomb Bloodthorn Island. So I did play the first version of this one on the channel last week recently. So this is a small game, very small, a very small tin. It can easily fit in your pocket. It is a dungeon crawl. Well, it's 1 to 4 player dungeon crawl, using cubes to keep track of health and your position on the chambers. It's random each time. You do get loot and use a d20 to attack monsters and level up. So this is a new one. This is going to add a boat in it, and it's going to add new characters. It is all cross-compatible. Honestly, the first game I played, it's fine. I wasn't too enthused about it, to be honest. I feel like it's a really good, like, if you're at a pub and you just want to bring out a game with people, this is a good choice. But it's not one I really go to very often, honestly. I think it's the D20 that kind of, because the D20 is such a big range of values, it kind of throws me for a loop a little bit for that one. So, that is Dark Tomb. So those four are the games that are available now to back. If you guys have any questions on any of that stuff, let me know. We can dive back into it. Let's talk about the upcoming games. Nice, Matt. Dungeon Crawl in your pocket, or you just happy to see me? Yes, that's a great one. Okay, upcoming stuff. So, we have exciting news. There is an official date for Deep Rock Galactic, the expansions. So this is coming to Kickstarter the 28th. So that's next week, Thursday, if you're watching this live. So excited for this one. This one is by far the one I'm most interested in, as you guys can tell, because I keep bringing it up. I was going to skip talking about this one, but since this new trailer dropped with the date, I wanted to bring this up. Some new information was revealed. Talked a little more about the biomes. The biomes look excellent. They have a lot of environmental effects, which is great. The other one that jumped out at me was the space rig. So you are going to have, it looks like a short random campaign you can have in it. So you'll draw 2 cards. It looks like he'll tell you which mission to do with a modification to that mission. And missions will get harder and harder as you go, and you will get level ups to your character. So you can choose different types of equipment and loot to don as you go into these missions. I also have beer, which has nice effects for the whole team, so you can have a special ability the whole team can use. Really cool monsters, giant bosses they see here on the screen that's popping up out of the egg that you have to deal with. New enemies. I can't say enough about this game. This game is fantastic. I am all in on this one. Easy, instant back all in for this. Big fan of this one. Yes, for Carl! And Rock and Stone Morganite. Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I think they did, from what I can tell, it looks like they did the game justice. So anyway, I'm sure I'm going to be talking about this more in the future, but this one, definitely keep your eye for that. That's dropping next week, Thursday. Deep Rock Galactic. 2 expansions. And I didn't screw up the sound on that one, so sorry for last week. I had to sound really loud for the last video I did. Okay, moving on to another game coming up very soon. Aberration. There's not a whole lot of information on this one. There was a video dropped just today from, I think Board Game Co. did it. You can go check out their video to get some good information on this one. This is a tower defense, horror, and survival game. I'm not big into horror, honestly, but this one looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So you have like a city in the middle, or a village, as I say, and outside you have some enemies and some shadows out there. But basically, the goal of the game is you're trying to get your survival track to the end before this fear track gets to the end. And the fear track is going to add these aberrations into your deck. This is also like oh, sorry, bag. Do your bag? I think it's a bag builder as well. Like I think that I'm not sure where that goes, but you get these aberrations, and that is going to make you feel more powerful. But as the fear goes up, so I don't know. Sounded a little bit like oh, what's that game? When you get stronger when you get bad stuff happening to you. Cool Me or Not. Can't forget it. Death May Die. Cthulhu Death May Die. That's what it was. Yeah, it's definitely tower defense for sure. For sure. So I don't know. Looks cool. Want to check this one out? Aberration. This is coming to Kickstarter next week. So yeah, and Derek mentioned this one. We talked about this as well on our chat. So okay, don't have a whole lot more about that one, unfortunately. Another game coming up. This is also next week. Is Defenders of the Wild. This one, after Deep Rock, I am most excited for this one. Don't have a lot of information about it, but the style of the game and the theme and the presentation of this really, really gets me going. So the Defenders of the Wild, you are playing as woodland creatures. Each one is from a different factions, and they have special abilities, and they play differently. It is action-based, so you're using cards to trigger unique actions for your character, very asymmetric in that standpoint. But your goal is to push back against the machines that are taking over the forest. So there are machines that are popping up. There are big bad guys, automatons. They're building factories, and you're trying to get them off your land. Sounds really cool. Very interested in this one. Not a whole lot of information on it. The art looks beautiful. I love the theme of this one. But Defenders of the Wild, that's coming next week. So, yes, Tyrants of the Underdark is fantastic. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so and this guy who did the art for this one, the one designers, I think he also did Magic the Gathering as well as some others. So he's a very prolific artist. So be look out for that. We have League of Dungeoneers. This one is also coming up to GameFound. So if you're looking for a dungeon crawl, this one seems like it's very flexible in how you approach it. So leveling up, solo or co-op. You don't need Dungeon Master for this one. Lots of different enemies. It sounds like you're going to have scenarios and stuff you can do, but you can also just do random dungeons. So this seems, like I said, more like a system. Well, it's a game, but it's a game that also doubles as a system. Don't have a whole lot of information about this one, but loot, leveling up, dungeon crawling seems cool. Definitely look into it when it launches soon. Oh yeah, and I should mention that Jason does have a playthrough of Defenders of the Wild dropping on One Stop tomorrow, so go check his video. I have not seen yet, so. All right. Oh yes, and Barrett has a playthrough of this one. Thank you for League of Dungeoneers. Go check that one out. I'm with you, Morgan Knight. A lot of good stuff dropping. A lot of good stuff. Like I said, a lot of stuff to cover this week. Okay. One you probably haven't heard of. This is also dropping next week. Pugly Pirates. Don't know much about this one. It's coming to Kickstarter. It is a cooperative pirate game where you are playing as pugs basically, hence the name, and you are trying to dig holes to put your bones, your buried treasure, your bones in it. It looks silly and fun. I don't know. I'm very curious about the theme of this one. This one is also coming to Kickstarter next week. So another co-op to take a look at. Like I said, I wish I had more information on that one, but the Pugly Pirates theme kind of got me. So, okay, that was a lot of content in a short period of time. Hope that was useful to you guys. I'll put links in this. I should have links to most of these games already on the list in the video description. If I don't, I'll double check that. So, yes, and I agree with you, Matt. The fall winter is gonna be an amazing time for whatever games you like. There's a lot of great things dropping. For me specifically, I will definitely be getting a copy of Deep Rock, and I'm not sure about the other ones yet, but I know people are asking what I'm personally backing, and definitely Deep Rock's on there. So you're safe in the near future. Good job, Jigali. Good job. So, okay, that is all I'm going to have for today for this chat. Like I said, it was a lot of content to go through. I went over pretty high level for you guys, but didn't want to miss anything for you. I will mention real quick that there is going to be another video dropping most likely Friday. It is going to be a pretty big one for the channel. So if you haven't noticed, we did cross 3,000 subs. So it's going to be a part of a celebration and talk about the giveaway for that, but also some news as well. So tune in Friday for that video. But that's all I got for tonight. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you at the next stop. Bye-bye.